What is going on, guys? B Tizzy here, back with another video, and today we're doing something a little bit different and going to be discussing what everybody in the gaming community is talking about right now, and that is Dr. Lupo and Timthetatman switching over to YouTube gaming from Twitch. What does this mean for Twitch? What does this mean for the streaming community in general? And what does it mean for a small streamer like myself that might not be as big as the big dogs, but might be considering YouTube gaming, and is that a good move for somebody like myself? And before we get super into it, guys, if y'all consider dropping the video a like and a subscribe, it would mean the world to me. I love doing this stuff. I love making content like this. I need to do it more often. And yeah, man, thank you guys so much, and let's get into it. So Dr. Lupo comes in, announces that he's leaving Twitch, which Dr. Lupo, I'm sure if you guys are watching this video, know enough about him. Probably watched him a couple times. He is a very big figure, and when it comes to Twitch, he has done very many charitable streams, millions and millions of dollars of charitable streams. Twitch even donated, I read, $1 million to one of his latest charitable events that he had. So him and Twitch had a very good relationship together. So the fact that he started this earlier this week and decided to go with YouTube instead of Twitch is just right there, just craziness, to be honest with you. It seems like Twitch would have done anything they could to keep this guy. So that already got everybody talking. And then Tim comes in and drops the bombshell that he is also leaving Twitch and switching over to YouTube gaming, which to me, like him, Nick Merckx, right now are two of the pillars of Twitch. You know, I know there's bigger streamers. I watch Asmongold a lot. He pulls 50K plus every single stream effortlessly. You got people like XQC, Ludwig, tons of other guys who do very well for Twitch. And, you know, viewership wise are tens of thousands of people every stream. But I feel like Tim is just different. You know, he's got his relationship with Barstool Sports. He'll have ESPN tweeting about him. I mean, he's just a completely different beast. So the fact that he's switching over from Twitch to YouTube, I feel like is just completely different and just an absolute bomb towards Twitch and just very good for YouTube. And, you know, me personally, it didn't affect me too much at all. You know, my Twitter is full of, you know, I follow all the big streamers, but tons of small streamers as well. I'm a small streamer, and the amount of tweets I've seen the last like 24 hours, specifically since Tim dropped his news, but really since Dr. Lupo did, is, oh man, like being a small streamer, you know, 10 to 20 viewers, whatever people get. Should we consider swapping over to YouTube? You know, is that something that we should look at? And, you know, I read people talking about this, and my first impression personally was absolutely not. You know, I work a full-time job. I can't put 5-10 hours a day into this. Unfortunately, I would absolutely love to, because I adore this. I have a straight passion for it. But I put a year, really it's coming up on like 15, 16 months into my Twitch channel. And like I said, I don't have all day long to put into my content. There's no way I'm going to switch. So right away, I kind of thought about it as, no, it's not going to happen. There's no way I'm going to swap over. I've looked at YouTube a couple times, which I'll pull up here shortly. Whenever Dr. Disrespect made his swap over, I've watched Courage on there like once or twice, but I was never really a Courage guy. And I've just been not impressed with YouTube's, the way they have anything laid out on the website whatsoever. I've looked at it on my computer and also on my phone, and both ways I'm just like, how are they doing it this way? How is it not better, being YouTube, being Google? How are they not doing this better, cleaner? Felt like it was hard to find channels. So that was my initial opinion about YouTube. And this guy right here is the head of gaming at YouTube, Ryan Wyatt. And I'm just like, really? This guy is reaching out to Tim. And granted, Tim has 100, you know, he had 100K viewers today. So he's absolutely massive. But I was like, wow, really? This guy is just taking time out of his day to thank Tim for swapping over. So I thought that was kind of interesting and started doing a little bit of digging about this guy. So I go into the tweet and I scroll down a little bit. You know, you got Tim's comment, whatever, and then I see this one right here that stuck out to me. And this is, you know, 8 a.m. in the morning this morning. Delusion Twitch partner here. What are your plans for improving discoverability? A lot of YouTube feels better, but in many ways it falls behind even Twitch for discoverability. Do you have a roadmap? And Ryan, the CEO of YouTube Gaming, he is a huge, huge figure in not only YouTube, but Google, you know, replies to this guy. Recommendation is incredible for discovery. We just try to do it different for Twitch, and I assure that's better for creators vying to gain traction. So this guy goes out of his way. Big Steve right here. He's got 1,400, followers on on Twitter, which is great. It's more than me. But this Ryan guy went and replied to some random dude on Twitter about this. So I thought that was interesting. And then I start going through this guy's replies, and this guy's having full-on conversations with people, man. Full-on conversations with people just about the platform. Like, he's just sitting here on Twitter on his Thursday afternoon. Granted, YouTube's probably getting more Googles right now than it has in forever. But he's just sitting here talking to people, asking their recommendations, asking what they could be doing better. And for me personally, that's what I love in developers, more so gaming developers, because, I'm not super into this side of things as far as like the back end stuff or whatever. But what I like in my video game developers is people that care. One of my biggest gripes with Warzone, to kind of put it into perspective here, Warzone was my most played game the last, probably, I don't know, year and a half or so since the game came out, whatever. And my biggest gripe with Warzone is that their devs, in my opinion, don't care. Activision Blizzard, I'm a big World of Warcraft player as well. I've been dealing with these people for pretty much my entire gaming career. And I just feel like they just don't really care that much. They just really don't communicate with their community at all. And when Warzone did their little map change earlier this year, like March, April, and it was the same map, they, for about a month or two, were actually replying to people's tweets and, explaining, oh, this is why we nerfed that and this is why we did this. And right away, I gave them props. I was just dogging them as devs in general, but they finally started putting out just tweets. That's all people want, just a little bit of communication on why they're doing things. And that just completely changed my opinion on them for about 2 months, and they've kind of gone back to their ways. But I guess what I'm getting at is the fact that this Ryan guy, who is the CEO of YouTube streaming service, is just out here replying to people like me on Twitter, just trying to get their perspectives, what they think that they could be doing better, really completely changed my opinion on the whole conversation, to be completely honest with you, because that's the type of guy that I would believe in. And granted, this isn't my livelihood. It's not my business. It's not my main source of income. And I don't do any of this for the money anyways. I do it because I love video games and I love connecting with people who also love video games. But having a guy like that in charge makes me think that maybe they could actually make some moves in the future to possibly catch up to Twitch and even get past Twitch. Because I couldn't tell you one time. I've been watching Twitch since about 2011. I'm not trying to flex. I'm just being honest. I've been in this world for a long time. And I can't tell you one time that I've seen somebody high up in Twitch talking to anybody on Twitter. I've never seen them do any type of videos talking about anything. Just absolutely no communication whatsoever. And that's always been kind of something that turned me off on Twitch, even though I love Twitch for what it does and what it provides for me and, the entertainment aspect and allowing me to do what I do. But I've definitely always kind of thought they were a little bit crappy, all in all, on the communication side of things and really, doing what's best for people and what people think would really help grow the streaming service even more. To dive more into that, since I've started streaming, one thing that I noticed right away is that there's absolutely no discoverability on Twitch for somebody like me. Twitch starts with, if you click on a game on Twitch, it's high to low. It puts the big boys right in front of you, which is great because a lot of times, especially if I'm watching a game that I don't know too much about, or I do want to watch the pros play sometimes, but sometimes I just want to vibe and find a stream that is fun to be in. But they promote this. They promote big dog mentality, get everybody to go into the big streams, and that's it. And that's something for me that I didn't really notice until I started streaming myself, which I think is not the way to go about things whatsoever. I've my stream's gotten to a point where I'll average, 15, 20 viewers, which is awesome. I tell people that when I started this whole thing, that was my goal, was to average 15 viewers. And, I do that pretty regularly now, which is amazing. But all my viewers have come from Twitter, a lot of them from TikTok, Instagram, not so much YouTube because I've focused more on TikTok personally. But the only reason people come into my streams is because I've reached out on other social medias and networked with other people and met people and made friends. Literally none of that is from Twitch. I've probably had 4 or 5 people ever come into my stream and be like, hey, you were on the recommended on the sidebar. That's why I came in, which is amazing. I always thank those people so much for letting me know that. But I know for a fact that's probably 1% of my viewers max that have come from actually Twitch putting me out in front of them. And then you got YouTube that, like I said, is about the weirdest website I've ever been on. So right here, this is YouTube Gaming, the main page. They have top live games, so you can click right here. Just like Twitch, and these are all live channels. But right under here, recommended. And this is right after the top part of gaming. You go down, has new releases for like trailers. So these are video game trailers. And then recommended right here. These are all videos right here. These are all videos. And it just goes on and on. Apex Legends, because I've been to Apex, there's 2 live channels right here. And then there's 4 videos. Shout out to our boy Timmy one time. And really what I realized is that YouTube is trying to build something different than Twitch. It's not here's your viewers, go click on them because they got 3,000 viewers. They're going to be kind of towards the top, and that's that. YouTube is trying to implement their famous algorithm, their recommendation algorithm, which is how they keep people on their website for all their normal videos into their live streaming thing. And I think that's awesome, honestly. Looking at that before, I thought that was just horrible UI design, horrible thought processes. But after just reading this Ryan Wyatt's Twitter for an hour this morning, and I could do a lot more deep diving than that, but just I feel like I understand the guy enough now. Going through this guy's stuff, hearing him talk about the reason that they do this and that, and that they've tried this and they've tried that, and that they don't want to do the higher view count here, feed me type deal. It's got me over here thinking, to be completely honest with you. I'm not even making this video trying to be like, hey, I'm switching over to YouTube, because most likely I won't, because of what I said earlier about my time and the amount of time I can put into my content and how much I've already spent on Twitch, yada yada. But I really think they're building something special here, is really what I want to get at. And I kind of love the direction that they're going. I know they don't have a phone app. They're YouTube. They're Google. They can do that 2 months. I'm sure a month they can put together a decent phone app. That side of things I feel like is the easy part. Figuring out the recommended part of the whole deal, the discoverability, trying to get as many eyes on somebody's product as possible, is what I feel like they are really spending their time and money and effort on. And that's awesome to me, because Twitch doesn't care. They either don't care or they don't know how to do it. And I've been saying that for months. People that have been in my streams probably have heard me complain about this before. Not that I'm always complaining about it, but they just don't know how to do it, and it just doesn't work. So this Ryan Wyatt guy and his team, I feel like what they're doing is awesome. It gets me really excited about the future of live streaming, to be completely honest with you. It makes me want to dive in with them and be along on this journey. Will I? I have no idea, but I just really love what they're doing. I feel like they're going to be successful. Will they ever overtop Twitch? I don't see why not. They're YouTube. They're bigger than just the niche streaming stuff. They can do a lot more with their product. They can push out a lot more with their product and put a lot more in front of people's faces that probably wouldn't see this. I don't know how many people use YouTube, but I know it's got to be 5 times the amount of people that use Twitch, probably way more, because people just get on YouTube, how to, da-da-da-da. So what if you're looking up how to set up a gaming computer here, and then my stream comes up on the right side, just because of the algorithm? That's what I really am excited for with YouTube gaming. I can't believe I'm saying this, to be completely honest with you. but I feel like they really might have something there. And with this, with Mr. Ryan Wyatt in charge, I feel like I feel like they can do anything, man. And it's crazy. I'm excited. I feel like it's an exciting time, and who knows what I'll end up doing. But I just wanted to really put this video out there, kind of talking about Twitch versus YouTube, kind of where I stand personally. I love diving into this stuff. I would love to make more videos about this, but that's a different discussion. And yeah, guys, definitely leave me a comment. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know how y'all are feeling about YouTube. I'm definitely curious about, y'all's point of view, not just mine, not just the big guys, what I read on Twitter, but just like a normal small streamer or normal viewer, how y'all feel about this. And if y'all made it this far, thank y'all so much. I love talking about this stuff. It gets me so excited. And I will definitely catch you on the next one. Peace out.